Well, hey there, friends. It is so good to see you. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Hey, today I wish to talk with you about games. Do you like to play games? Sure. Many of you do. Like, what are some of your favorites? Like, I have with me here Uno. Um, there we go, Uno. Yeah, that could be a fun game for many of you. Skippo is another game that I like to play. Trouble, Sorry, or Scrabble, or Jenga. Do you remember games from when you were younger? Like Candyland, Shoots and Ladders. Yeah, those were some of my favorite games. Another game that I had as a young boy was Pick Up Sticks. Yeah, there was all these little sticks. And that reminds me of another game that I had that I actually had to go out and get a newer version of it. And it is called, you know what this is? Oh, it is Barrel of Monkeys. That's right. And in this game, you open up the barrel lid and they have all these little plastic monkeys in here. And you may remember what you do with it, right? Yes, you dump the instructions say you dump the monkeys onto a table. And then you pick up one monkey by an arm and you begin to hook the other monkeys together on the table, and you continue to making a chain. And I remember when you went around the table and played it with other people, that the first person to drop the monkey, the game was over. So it is fun to play with this Barrel of Monkeys game for sure. Makes me wonder though, where did this phrase, a barrel of monkeys, come from? Or more fun than a barrel of monkeys is what people have said. This is more fun than a barrel of monkeys. So where did that come from? Well, in order to understand that, let me tell you the story of how the Barrel of Monkeys was created. Now it's a little long, so follow me with this. But here's what happened. The Barrel of Monkeys game was created by Leonard Marks and Milton, I like that name, Milton Dinhofer in 1961. So it's as old as I am. And in 1964, a man by the name of Herman Kessler partnered to sell it to Lakeside Toys. So where did the idea come from? Well, in 1961, a greeting card salesman by the name of Leonard Marks was in the small mom and pop shop to sell his line of greeting cards. And as he waited for Robert Gilbert, the shop owner, he fiddled with an open box of snow tire replacement chain links, much like I have here. This is a chain, but each of these links were separate, okay? And so he was playing or messing around with these links. And he began to just sort of start and hook them together. And he was so engrossed in hooking these links together, he didn't realize how much time had passed. So he told Gilbert that these links would make a great toy. And so Gilbert referred Marks to Milton Dinhofer, who was a successful toy inventor in the area. Marks already knew Dinhofer apparently from his high school days, and so he reached out to Dinhofer. Dinhofer asked Marks to make a plastic sample of the hooks for their meeting. Marks had designed and brought to market what is called the Sip and See. The Sip and See was the first mass-produced twisted plastic drinking straw. And the straws had different characters on them, and it was the S-shaped arms of this cowboy straw that inspired the shape of the monkey's arms. Okay, so Marks and Dinhofer met in New York. Marks brought a pile of red S-shaped hooks made from plastic, and they immediately imagined monkeys having arms positioned like the cowboy straw character. And so they formed a partnership that night. Now, the first prototype, or the first making of the Barrel Monkeys, was called Chimp to Chimp. I guess that means that, a chimp to chimp hooked together. And there, 4 of the monkeys were yellow, 4 were green, and 4 were red. That's actually the game I remember. In this game here, they're all orange. And so it was a little weird to see that, but I remember the different color monkeys. Now, during a meeting with Lakeside Toys, who they sold the game to, someone said, you know what? Playing this game was more fun than a barrel of monkeys. That's how the game was named. No longer Chimp to Chimp, but now a Barrel of Monkeys. And the game was first packaged actually in a cardboard tube, like the successful game Pick Up Sticks, which I said, but had a plastic monkey attached to the lid. So the monkeys unfortunately broke off in the packaging, and in 1966, a 2-piece plastic barrel was introduced. Wow, that is so cool. And I am so glad to be reintroduced to Barrel of Monkeys because you know what? It is fun to play with games. Now, some people play games to have fun, and some people play games to win all the time because they're very competitive. In the Bible, there are not a lot of references to games. Here's a few that might reference a game. Genesis 27:3 talks about archery. Some people like to shoot arrows, and it says, "Now then, get your weapons, get your bow and arrow, go out in the open country and hunt some wild animals for me." So maybe not so much a game as it was for finding food, but some people shoot arrows or have archery tournaments as a game. Zechariah 8:5 in the Old Testament does talk about children playing. It says the city streets will be filled with boys and girls, and they will be playing there. So there is reference to games and things like that, and it was understood that this was a part of life. 1 Corinthians 9:24 references a race, which some people can do for fun, some people do to compete. It says, "In a race, all the runners run, but only one gets the prize." You know that, don't you? So run in a way that you will get the prize. Be the winner. Well, you know what? Life can be serious, and life can also be fun. The Bible speaks a lot about joy, which is really happiness and contentment and peace all rolled into one, to have this joy in life. So I want to encourage you today to live life with joy, just like a barrel of monkeys. And we hook them up here. I can't pick them up so well. There we go. I got some more on. And yeah, so we could hook up these monkeys all day. I'd probably drop them and have to start over again. Hey, have a day filled with joy and a day filled with peace.